Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Teniola Shoboale. We begin today in the Senegalese city of Diamniadio, which hosted a hotbed of diplomatic activity as African leaders joined citizens of the country for the inauguration of President Macky Sall. Incumbent President Sall has received his mandate for his second and final term in line with the two-term limit imposed by the Constitution. Several heads of state are in attendance at the ceremony, including Nigeria's President Muhammadu Buhari, Congolese President Denis Sassou Nguesso, Cote d'Ivoire's President Alassane Ouattara, the presidents of Liberia, the Gambia and Rwanda were also present. Mr. Sall took 58% of the vote in February's election, in which he faced 4 challengers, but was accused of preventing some of his main rivals from running. The opposition candidates have rejected the results, but say a court challenge would be useless. Senegal is one of Africa's most stable democracies. It has not experienced military intervention since independence in 1960. Joining us now is an African affairs analyst and a lecturer at the Bayes University, Dr. Barnabas Suleiman. He joins us now from our Abuja studios. Thank you for joining us on Network Africa. Let me begin by asking, what can we note and learn from Senegal's democracy?
Yes, I think what has happened in Senegal is something that Africa should celebrate. Of course, the elections were not perfect. There were accusations of violence and the incumbent preventing some candidates from running. But in all, we can see that Africa has continued to be, Senegal has continued to be one of the shining lights in our democratic politics. And so from that perspective, we can say that democratic politics is continuously being entrenched in Africa, and Senegal is one of those countries that Africa can actually learn from.
Okay, now to the main event of Mr. Sall's inauguration today. It's his second and last term. Is there any impact his re-election might have on the Western region in Africa?
Yes, I mean, one of the things that the world generally has accepted, with respect to the Senegalese president is the fact that he has performed very well, in relative terms. The country has actually experienced economic growth of over 6%, which is one of the highest in Africa. And, on a comparative note also, the political environment has been stable, compared to so many African countries. And so Sall has actually done a lot for his people. And I think that now that he has won re-election, the people should work around him so that he can do better.
You actually kind of touched on my next question, which was, how do you assess his first term in office? And of course, what challenges is he likely to face in his next and last term?
His first election, his first term was generally good for the people of Senegal and West Africa, generally speaking, because of the massive infrastructural development in that country. The World Bank, the other international agencies have actually made reference to Senegal in terms of its progressive economic and political development. And so from that context, his first term has actually delivered on that note. However, the challenges that he currently faces is that of legitimation, because the opposition, they are actually worried that the man engaged so many tactics, so many Machiavellian skills to ensure that people who were perceived to be his main rivals, were stopped from contesting. So he will face the challenge of legitimation. Again, legitimation in politics can also happen as a result of performance. Performance is one of the sources of legitimacy. So if he goes on to do better than he has done, of course, the people can actually rationalize whatever has happened and give him more support. But the major challenge he faces now is how to rally around the opposition so that they can support him. Remember what one of his rivals said when he was declared the winner. He said, since he has forced himself into power, he's going to face the problems of Senegal alone, and he will also face the consequences. But I think that as far as those challenges remain, I think that he should rally around, get the support of those people. The time of partisanship has ended. What he needs now is partnership for the growth of Senegal and West Africa in general. So these are the challenges he is facing, and he, of course, I am very sure that he will work towards ensuring that he gets the cooperation of the opposition to ensure that Senegal fares well.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. African Affairs Analyst and a lecturer at the Bayes University, Dr. Barnabas Suleiman, thank you for speaking to us on Network Africa.